not just covered, you're cared for. And by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com.
And welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena. Semifinal Friday rolls on in Class A as the Metro takes on Greater Nebraska. Omaha North and Kearney squaring off for a chance to go to the Class A state final. Thank you so much for joining us. Brandon Axelman, Alexis Markowski, Michael Shively with you for this matchup. Brought to you by Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need them. Alexis, history has already been made in the first semifinal. Lincoln North Star punching a ticket to the state championship for the first time in program history. Also some history on the line with Kearney and Omaha North. We're expecting a great matchup between the Vikings and the Bearcats.
I'm excited. History's already been made, but more can even be made now. And I think this matchup is going to be really interesting. These two teams are very different, so I'm excited to see how they match up with each other and what their game plans are.
Kearney will get its first state championship or state tournament win since 2008. Omaha North, historically, they're only experiencing their best season ever as a program, and we will see what plays out before us. Let's talk key players. Kearney first coming into this one as the 2 seed. They have a youngster by the name of Hallie Garner. She's only averaging 17 points a game, playing out of her mind. She has been a huge reason why the Bearcats have been successful this season.
Yeah, having that good of a freshman season is amazing, and I'm excited to see what her offensive performance is tonight. She's a great shooter, and, you know, Omaha North's probably going to try to take her away tonight.
Speaking of Omaha North, we're going with Tanaya or Tink Wilson-Smith. She only averages a double-double pretty much every time out, something you are familiar with as a player as well, and that always helps a team.
Yeah, Tink is a very physical player. Not only does she average a double-double, she's a really, really good passer. She reads the floor really well, so I'm excited to watch her play Kearney tonight.
Omaha North, 3 seed. Kearney, the 2 seed. A trip to the Class A state championship on the line. We're going to take a break, and our pregame will continue. We'll hear from Michael Shively with more on these two teams as we are minutes away from tip-off between the Bearcats and the Vikings.
Pregame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The AGI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Price, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Rookie. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information.
Seeing Omaha North in the Class A girls semifinals, something a little new. They haven't been here since 2002. How do you flip a program in a hurry? Well, you get an influx of talent from outside of the school. That's what has happened here at Omaha North. 3 of their starters were at different schools as starters a season ago, and there are some more transfers that come off the bench. How do you mesh if you have so many new players coming into a program? Well, Michaela Daly, the head coach, says it really hasn't been that challenging because these players all had a pre-existing relationship. 4 of the transfers on Omaha North's roster went through the youth basketball ranks together, being coached by Daly in the Express system. Coach Daly started mentoring these students at about 6th grade. She says it's been really fun to see them grow from just learning the game to excelling in high school. She says the biggest challenge of getting them all into this program is knowing that some players have to make some sacrifices. They were all stars at their other schools, and now this season they're sharing the basketball with other players who are stars at schools. They're learning role acceptance. They're getting loud here because it's worked out for Omaha North. These transfers are playing well, they've meshed, and it's a full circle moment for their head coach who has known them since the start of middle school. On the other side, Kearney, not full of transfers, homegrown kids. It will be a contrast in how to build a program, and it's coming up here in the Class A semifinals on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Stop at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. And by The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years.
When you fire up Big Ten Plus, you get more game, nonstop, around the clock. More live games you won't see anywhere else. More access to your team, wherever you want, 24/7. More stories.
Unstoppable.
More highlights. More big-time playmakers. Plus, catch up to 4 games at once, so you'll never miss more shots, spikes, and scores. Download the Big Ten Plus app today. It's always game on.
My name is Grace Mahoney. My grandpa, he had to have heart surgery, but his kidneys weren't strong enough for it, so they put him on hospice. Anyway, it was like a couple of weeks and nothing was happening, and so he went back and just somehow his kidneys were stronger. And so they went ahead with the heart surgery, and I'm really grateful for it all because it brought all my family back, and it was definitely a miraculous situation.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
Welcome back. We're getting ready for tip between Kearney and Omaha North. Let's take a look at our road to state with our one team outside of Lincoln or the Metro being Kearney, making it to the semifinals. Here how the two teams got here. Kearney, 131 miles from west to east down Interstate 80. Omaha North east to west down Interstate 80. About 62 miles to get here to Pinnacle Bank Arena. But again, nothing new. Primarily Lincoln and Omaha teams in this Class A bracket, but Kearney waving the flag for Greater Nebraska and hoping that they will be able to punch their ticket to the state championship game. Let's take a look at our school spotlight for these teams. North Star will be who these two teams, or the winner rather of this game, will be playing in the championship as the Gators punch their first ever ticket to state, as we are in our 50th year of celebrating and participating in the girls' state basketball tournament. When you look at Omaha North, they enter this one at 25-4, Kearney at 21-3. 17 playoff appearances. The last time, as mentioned, Alexis, back in 2017 when they last made state. The last time they won a game in state was back in 2008, almost 20 years ago. Historically, they have one title back in '82. They also were runners-up in 1989. Now for Omaha North. Not necessarily a proud girls basketball program or a lot of tradition behind them, but they are changing that this year. This is their 8th trip to state. First time since 2002. The last time they won a game was 2000. North with one state championship back in '98. Then the year after they won that state title, they did have 2 consecutive years finishing runners-up in '99 and 2000. But this certainly is right up there with one of the best seasons the Vikings have ever had. And we are looking forward to this one as we are about ready to get our starters announced. Looking at the records, mentioning Omaha North 25-4. They lost their first 2 games of the season when they didn't have all of their transfers in that could play. So they dropped their first 2 games to Westview and Millard West. After that, they went 25-2, a loss to Eagle, Idaho, a team that's very competitive. They are 25-2 and lost 62-57. Their only other loss to an in-state team is Omaha West Side, as we get a look at our starters now. Brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. So you have Kazi Foster, you have Justine Tachoa, Ayoa Hill, Joe Matoyer, and Tink Wilson-Smith, who we highlighted, Alexis, and we talked about the transfers. Foster was here last year, and also Hill was here last year. Tachoa coming from Omaha Central, Matoyer coming from West Side, and Wilson-Smith coming from Bellevue East.
Yeah, I think another key player for Omaha North is Joe. And she's, not sure what number, but she plays with a great pace and is just really shifty and hard to guard. So she'll be really important.
Well, now look at our Bearcats. Representing Central Nebraska, Augusta Gans, Sophie Glant, Addie Snyder, Hallie Garner, who we highlighted, the freshman, and Libby Province, the junior, who's coming off a 15.9 rebound performance over Lincoln Southwest. Kearney, a team with losses to North Star, Southwest, and Millard West. But they've also rattled off 21 wins this season. Have a great athletic group, and they are hoping that they will make it to the first state championship game since 1989.
Another key player for Kearney has been Libby Province. She had a great first game in the quarterfinals, and Kearney's going to need that out of her.
She's a stereotypical stat stuffer, averaging 11 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 steals a game. Not much Province doesn't do. And again, Garner, the freshman, leads the scoring department with 17 a game on average. The wait's over, and Alexis, you being one who knows, both of these teams haven't been in this position in a long time. So this is new for all of the players, or the majority of the players. How do you approach a game like this? How do you manage the emotion and the atmosphere?
I think you just play how you've been playing the whole season, right? You know, you trust your players, trust your coaches, trust what you've done that's got you here, all the prep work, all the practices, all the team bonding exercises. You got to dive into that. This is just another game, and they all need to treat it as so. And both of them have never experienced this, so that's exactly just how they should play.
Glad you're with us on News Channel Nebraska. We're underway, Class A semifinal number 2. Who will get top seed Lincoln North Star in the finals on Saturday?
Good early ball movement from Omaha North.
Skip pass across. A 3 by Hill. That's one way to get things started.
If Omaha North shares the ball like that this entire game, good things are going to happen. And that's really hard to guard, too. That's really going to wear on Kearney. If they make them guard offensively, they will be easier to guard.
And we're talking about this being one of the best seasons in Omaha North history. They won the Metro Tournament for the first time ever as a part of that, to go along with the 25 wins they've amassed so far. And Hill goes down, turnover.
The pace of this game is just going to be really, really fun to watch. As you can already tell in the first minute, we're back and forth, fast basketball. So this is going to be awesome.
Coach Daly saying they love their defense to turn into offense. They enjoy getting up and down. You can see the team's speed that the Vikings have and play with.
Yeah, her message all season is defense wins games. And if Omaha North can stay disciplined and guard Kearney and take them out of what they want to do, good things will happen for them.
In-your-face defense leading to offense here. Tachoa spinning away, and she is blocked. Sophie Glant denying her. Up to Province. Long 2 on the way, and it goes. Addie Snyder.
Good paint touch there on that kick out.
And floater pops back out from Foster. Offensive board. And a trip to the line upcoming for Tink Wilson-Smith.
She is just so hard to guard. She is physical. She is tough. She's everywhere. She rebounds. She scores. She reads the floor well. She's looking to pass, make plays for her teammates. She even had a steal already, so.
Getting a look at Drew Danielson in his second year with the program for Kearney, as Tink hits her first. Danielson, unique background from York High School. He coached boys for several years, Hastings and Cozad before that, as well as an assistant at York. But he said coaching girls has actually reignited his love for the game.
Yeah, talking to him before the game, he said that he lost his dad to cancer about 2 years ago, which really, really took away his love for anything. Losing a parent is so hard, and, you know, this girls basketball team has really, you know, showed him the love, and he found his love again, and I think that's just really cool. And why I love basketball so much is the relationships and the passion, and, you know, when you're going through hard times, you have this team surrounding you, and that's what this team's done for Coach Danielson, and he's going to do everything in his power to make sure that they get to that championship game so they have one more game to play with one another.
We have the rebound grabbed by Snyder. Province pushing the issue for Kearney. And Hallie Garner may have been partially blocked there. He's trying to chase downhill. That'll be a foul against the Bearcats. Specifically, Sophie Glant. Going back to the point of Drew Danielson and coaching girls, he said, I have a unique perspective. Girls, at least this group of girls, they get it quicker. I can say it, and we don't have to focus on it and waste a lot of time. There's very rarely that we practice over 90 minutes. And I've created a culture where it's more about fun, which, you know, sounds simple and silly, but he said it resonates more with the girls than it did with the boys.
Yeah, I agree with that. Girls are just smarter sometimes when it comes to basketball.
I can't
they
argue.
listen better, excuse me. I
argue.
should say that. Girls listen better. But, yeah, I think he has a really good perspective, and he doesn't coach the girls the same way he coached the boys. And I think coaches that switch from coaching girls and guys need to understand that, because girls and guys are different.
5-2 lead for the Vikings here early on. Nice take to the rack. Addie Snyder with the lane.
That take, she had no fear. There was two people in the paint, and she just went up and finished. The atmosphere in here is amazing. There's a lot of fans. The Kearney student section has a lot of people in it.
And a little bit of foreshadowing. We may hear more about that at halftime from Michael Shively. As you can see, yes, several rows of white T-shirts in the student section. Getting a look there at Omaha North head coach Michaela Daly as North prepares to inbound.
That was a nice flash into that high post. Good step through move. Can't finish though.
Loose ball grabbed by Gans. Just past the halfway point in the first quarter. It's a 1-point game. Ball stolen away by Matoyer. He's going coast to coast. Doesn't fall for her. Excellent hustle. Vikings will keep possession here. Foster with it. Another corner three. This time it's long.
And a foul.
And a foul on the rebound. It's going to be a push called against Sinai. Cotton Welchin.
Yeah, you can tell on that rebound she got her in the back. Good hustle from both teams. Omaha North has been crashing the offensive boards really hard, and has made life hard for Kearney to rebound.
And there is Michaela Daly, head coach for Omaha North. You heard Michael say he's known these girls for a long time, all brought them together. They converge at Omaha North in this special year where we bring in the talent, see what we can do with it. And again, it's much easier said than done. It takes the players buying in, but it also takes the right coach to be able to manage the personalities, the expectation, and create that chemistry.
It does, and I think the success of Omaha North's story started when these girls were in 6th grade with Coach Daly mentoring them. You know, for them to all trust her to transfer to Omaha North takes a lot of courage from these girls, and she's really poured a lot into them. You can tell with just how much they love one another and they want to play for one another.
We need to give the attention that was due by Tink Wilson-Smith. She had the behind the back, take to the rack layup, then she almost just chucked an assist 3/4 court, but an impressive display by the junior in that sequence.
She just reads the court so well. And I think that's an underrated skill that Tink has. And, I mean, she averages a double-double, so that's what people really want to talk about. But her ability to read the floor and pass is also a really important part to her game.
(7-4) your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. To go green with E15 and Phillip at your nearest A stop today. And Snyder on the cut, kicks it out. 3 just off from Gans. And Tink will let it fly. Another offensive board by North. And we have a foul. It looks like it'll stay on the floor.
Omaha North's been getting really good looks at the rim, and they just are not falling right now. They just got to focus, concentrate, and put the ball in the bucket.
Timeout taken by the Bearcats. 2:15 to go in the first. 7-4 ball game. Here in Class A semifinal number 2, you're watching Girls State Basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
It's the Declaration of Deal sales event. Head to William Crowder Company in O'Neill, your trusted Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership with the selection you want and the service you deserve. From powerful new Ram trucks to adventurous Jeeps and family-ready SUVs. William Crowder Company is also your local marine center, featuring Lund boats built for fishing, fun, and making memories on the water, with several options for the serious fisherman or woman. William Crowder Company in O'Neill. Drive it, tow it, boat it, and love it. The Seed House.
Welcome back here to Pinnacle Bank Arena. 7-4 your score. Brandon Axemet, Alexis Markowski, and Michael Shively with you. This first quarter is brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic in Norfolk, where they're building a legacy one patient at a time, one generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialists, they're here for you today and every day. And that is Yankton Medical Clinic.
Nice kick out by Libby Province. A little too strong there.
All right, stolen away on the other end. That was Snyder jumping the passing lane. Then we have a foul called against the Vikings.
Tink already has 5 rebounds. The double-double machine in Class A is on pace for 20 if she keeps this up.
Under 2 to go in the opening quarter. Just defensive prowess on display by both teams. Fadeaway 3 off the mark. Offensive board. The putback doesn't go for Larson, who has just checked in for the Bearcats. It was a good take. And there's a 2. Good hesitation by Tachoa.
Good finish by Tachoa. They really needed that. They've missed a lot of easy bunnies, and to just see one go down gives you the confidence to just keep going, keep focusing. You're going to make shots eventually.
And nearly stolen again by Omaha North. It will stay with Kearney. We have a player checking in for North, and that's Joe Matoyer. Just a sophomore, transferred from West Side. The Province will set the play up. We're under a minute to go. 6 on the shot clock. And that's going to be a
foul.
Ayana Hill called for it.
$14 fouls for Omaha North. It's been pretty physical. It's been fast and physical.
If we mentioned the fact that Omaha North, Coach Daly said, we would like our defense to be aggressive and turn into offense, which is similar to what Coach Danielson has told us about how they want to play defense as the Bearcats, and you see both styles colliding with one another. Points have been at a premium here in the first. Kick out open three from the corner, off the mark. And the Vikings lose it in transition. 3-on-1 for the Bearcats. Province, the behind the back pass. But Larson unable to capitalize. Province checks back and steals it. We're going back and forth. 9 seconds to play. 4-on-3.
Nice finish. That was a nice spin move for number 11 from Kearney.
Snyder with the basket. She has all 6 of Kearney's points, but Omaha North takes the advantage into the second quarter. 3-point lead for the Vikings. It's 9-6. We've been seeing a whole lot of defense, some offense as well right here coming at you in your living room.
The Seed House, located in O'Neill, is your Nebraska-owned full-service seed supplier. From corn and soybeans to cover crops, grass seed, and CRP grasses, they have the full lineup to fit your operation. The Seed House also offers agronomy services, seed treatment, soil fertility guidance, and expert crop recommendations tailored to your acres. When it comes to growing success from the ground up, trust local experience. Contact Don and the crew at the Seed House, located in O'Neill, Nebraska, and plant with confidence this season.
My name is Grace Mahoney. My grandpa, he had to have heart surgery, but his kidneys weren't strong enough for it, so they put him on hospice. Anyway, it was like a couple of weeks and nothing was happening, and so we went back and just somehow his kidneys were stronger, and so they went ahead with the heart surgery, and I'm really grateful for it all because it brought all my family back, and it was definitely a miraculous situation.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena. News Channel Nebraska's coverage of Semifinal Friday. Brandon Axmit, Alexis Markowski, and Michael Shively with you for the second Class A semi. Winner gets Lincoln North Star. Omaha North leads by 3 as we start the second.
If I were either of these coaches after the end of that quarter, I would have just told my girls to take a deep breath and relax. I think both teams want to play fast, but both teams are a little bit sped up. They were missing easy bunnies, turning the ball over. They just need to settle in, take a deep breath, and do what they've been doing the whole season. That's why they're here, and they need to stick to that.
Well, Province earns herself a trip to the line here early. And officially gets on the score sheet. Addie Snyder had all 6 of the Bearcats' points in the first. That cuts it to 1 here early in the second.
And Coach Daly's telling Joe, slow down, let's run our play, let's execute, let's get a bucket here. We're up by 1. Just settle in here. It's a long game.
3 heavy off the glass from Foster.
It didn't look like they ran the play that Coach Daly wanted. But they forced a travel.
Great defense by the Vikings. I would agree. You said sped up, a little bit frantic. Seems to be the feel for both teams offensively.
You're just so excited and amped up to be here, and you just really want to win. And you want to do everything in your power to win and get to that next game. But you just got to stick to what you do best and what your team does best. And finish. They got to finish.
It was a good look for Alea Randall. The lay-in just doesn't fall. Pops back out. Kearney basketball. Another look thanks to the Lincoln Airport Authority. Ruled out off the Vikings. Our high school sports coverage on NCN is presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com, as well as Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. So Province splits the double team. Goes all the way to the rack. Shot comes up short.
Big rebound for Tink Wilson.
And
pull up. This hits the back of the rim.
so now Province. Looks like she'll slow it down for Kearney. Yeah, no offensive rhythm really yet for either team. That shot well short. Omaha North may have got a piece of it. Now Garner, the freshman, overshoots the hoop. Here comes North in transition. Matoyer going right at Glant, and she earns the foul.
She just looks a little bit frustrated with herself right now. And if I was her teammate or her coach, I would just tell her that she needs to relax. You know, just because you've missed a few shots right now doesn't mean that that's all you can contribute today. Your defense, your passing, your ability to screen and make the right reads is something that she can focus on right now to get out of her own way.
You know from experience, got worked up, a coach told you to relax, and you just relaxed right away?
No.
What? That's not how...
A lot of, focusing on my mental game, I feel like really helped me blossom in my college career, and I think Coach Williams also helped that, and she always told me you don't only have to score to be a good player, and that's my advice to Jill right now. You don't only have to be a good player out there and score. There's so many different aspects of the game that you can contribute to and help your team, and she needs to focus. She needs to focus on that right now, and the shots will start falling for her.
Well, to that point, she knocked down both of her free throws. Put the lead back up to 3, 11-8 currently, 2 minutes into the second quarter. As Province penetrates and draws the foul.
She's really set the tone for them this state tournament.
Averages 11 a game. Been playing significant minutes for this program since she was a freshman. And she has 2 shots here. One pops out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the next few offensive possessions we see a play drawn up for Hallie Garner. She still has 0 points, so I think they're going to try to get her going in this second quarter, and hopefully some shots fall for her, because she's had several 30-point games, and she's their leading scorer, so they're going to need her to step up and make a few shots.
Foster gets it to Cotton Welchin. This will stay here, as we'd like to remind you, the second quarter, it's brought to you by John Henry's. Our family serving yours. John Henry's our second quarter sponsor, 5:47 to play, 3-point lead for Omaha North. And nice move.
Cut.
And the story continues. There's just a lid on the basket. Tachoa unable to get the easy lay-in, but then they draw a foul. So you'll have Tink go to the line.
They just need to keep with it. Keep going at them, keep rebounding, stay aggressive, Oh, some blood. Some blood on Hallie Gardner's knee.
She will get tended to by the training staff. We also have Omaha North player Sierra Thomas getting ready to sub in. We have some of the Omaha North fans not happy that.
Yeah, I'm not sure that. Yeah. I think they get, 15 seconds for blood, something like that? So that might have been a little bit longer than 15 seconds, but everyone's back on the floor. The blood's all cleared, and Tink just misses that first free throw. That lid, someone needs to jump up there and rip it off for Omaha North if they want to take it to that championship game for tomorrow.
Wilson Smith will get another opportunity here. There that one goes. That puts her at 5 points.
Five points and 11 rebounds. That's crazy.
Already. Not even a quarter and a half in. And there's a layup in transition for Matoyer.
That free throw that Tink just made might have ripped that lid right off the basket for them. As Joe gets a steal and lays it up and gets the 2 points for Omaha North.
6 point lead for the Vikings. 5:27 left in this first half. Don't go anywhere. You're watching High School Hoops on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Family Physical Therapy and Sports Center, getting you back in the game. Ignite the fire and find peace. And by The Seed House in O'Neill, Nebraska, a seed for every need.
My name is Ava Stewart, and I'm from Newcastle, Nebraska. My faith is significant for me in my everyday life. And a lot of that is because my parents have raised me in my faith very well. Whether I'm giving a speech, I take a deep breath, say a prayer right before I go out, or if it's the set point in a volleyball game. It's every unique moment that I have to remind myself that God is there and that the Holy Spirit is with me.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena. Perhaps a positive trend for Omaha North. A free throw and a basket in quick succession gives them a 6 point lead currently with 5:27 to go. Tough defense, and the shots not falling have put points at a premium here in the first half between the Vikings and the Bearcats. As Province being tightly guarded. And there's a 5-second call. Excellent work by Cotton Welchin.
Good defense by Omaha North. And, you know, there was a timeout there. You know they're going to draw something up. And if you play defense like that, they don't have the ability to run what they want to run.
Working it inside. And there's a basket.
There they go.
That was Sinai Cotton Welchin. She made the play on defense, then gets the basket on the other end. And Province is fouled.
I think something else that's really cool about Coach Danielson's staff is that his brother is one of his assistants. And he has 3 UNK women's basketball alums on that bench. And, you know, if you have young girls who are in your position 5 to 6 years ago, helping you figure out what to do and give you confidence with a coach that's passionate and wants you to have fun, it makes it for a really fun atmosphere for a Kearney program.
And those players specifically, Alyssa Backus, Samantha Moore, and Meg Burns, as the Bearcats get a basket for the first time in a while. That's Gans. Excellent pass. Tink was wide open under the hoop. It doesn't fall for her.
That was a great read by Maya Joe.
Gans going back inside. And she is fouled by Matoyer.
And that's her first. Cotton Welch is the only one on Omaha North with 2 fouls.
So we have substitutes waiting to come in. Kennedy Lee for the Bearcats. As Gans unable to hit. We have Sierra Thomas checking in, as well as Sanaya Gilmore for Omaha North. All right, 5-point game. Just past the halfway point here in the second quarter. Brandon Axmith, Alexis Markowski, and Michael Shively with you for this one between Kearney and Omaha North. Kennedy Lee with the quick hands. It will stay here. But Leah Jr. just came in off the bench, making an impact defensively.
Nice play.
And Province gets the block. Kearney with a 3-on-2. And Province with the floater. And now you have a timeout by Omaha North.
Yeah, the momentum is now shifting to the Bearcat side, so I'm excited to see what Omaha North is going to come out to see if they can respond to their momentum.
Kearney's cut it to 3, 3:29 to go. We'll be back here on News Channel Nebraska.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
Welcome back. Brandon Axmith, Alexis Markowski, Michael Shively. We saw earlier in this quarter, Alexis, that Omaha North appeared to gain a little bit of momentum in the past 30 seconds or so. Kearney may have taken it back with a basket or two.
Yeah, they did, and, now it's Omaha North's time to respond. If Kearney goes on a run, you got to respond with another run, and vice versa. If you're Kearney, you don't want Omaha North to go on a run right here. You want to go on a bigger run.
Snyder laying it off. Basket and the foul for Sophie Glant. Her first basket today, and a chance for the three-point play.
And one. What a great pass. What a great finish. High on that glass. Finish through contact. Lots of energy. And, Glant's in with 3 fouls right now, which that's pretty risky. And Coach Danielson has to trust her and this Kearney team that she's not going to get a fourth, because it has not even been halftime. There's still 3 minutes left in this second quarter, so she's got to stay out of foul trouble.
Free throw popping out. But the Bearcats have cut it to 1. 3 minutes to play here in the half. Nice shot off the glass for Tachoa.
Yeah, they've really tried to pound that ball into Tachoa in the paint. And if you get her to finish those, Omaha North is going to have a day.
Left-handed lay-in doesn't go. Offensive board by Glant. Bearcats still with it. Tough defense by the Vikings.
Oh, nice pass.
All the way up to Matoyer. 2 shots upcoming. But yes, you pointed it out. The pass, was that from
It was
the
like
ground?
a steal and
Denise?
a pass and a...
That was Tachoa with the heads-up play to get it to Matoyer.
That was a great read.
And Alexis, it's like you've played the game before. Or perhaps you could be a coach, because you pointed out earlier that Joe was frustrated. Michael Shively, sideline reporter, shortly after that pointed out that Joe was taken to the sideline, had a towel over her head and being talked to by the assistant coaches, getting her to manage those emotions and calm back down. And she's since been back in and has knocked down the first of 2 free throws.
Yeah, that just shows really good leadership from Omaha North's coaching staff. No one understands your players more than you. I was a player that I enjoyed being yelled at. If I wasn't playing good, I needed someone to just tell me to, figure it out. You got it. You're fine.
Mm-hmm.
But, they know what Joe needs, and she just needed to be talked to, and she's responded really, really well since that coach had a conversation with her.
Head fake there by Snyder. Basketball will stay with Kearney.
Kearney needs to keep working to get paint touches. And what I mean by that is keep attacking, getting paint touches, because Omaha North is collapsing. They're over-helping, and it's a long closeout.
Great backdoor cut there by Garner. She was just unable to finish. Here comes Omaha North the other way. Latoyer behind the back, splitting the defense, and another trip to the line for the sophomore.
Yeah, she just needs to stay aggressive. Keep getting fouled, make your free throws, gain confidence at that line.
Seeing the quickness and athleticism from Latoyer.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to guard her if we're being honest. My ankles would probably be broken.
My ankles hurt just watching what she's been doing here from the announcer table. But that's now her third free throw in a row. Puts her at 7 points today as that second one pops out.
Kearney's looking to run a set here.
The offense was calling for it. Instead, Snyder keeps it. And we got a tie-up. It's going to be jump ball. And that's possession arrow Omaha North. Excellent hustle.
Good hustle from both teams there. They're both diving on the floor for that loose ball. 50-50 balls matter, especially in a close game like this.
Nearing the minute mark. North looking to extend its lead, currently at 6.
Who do you think they're going to get the ball to here?
Man, that's your job, not mine. But if I had to guess, Tink will take it.
Yeah! You were right.
I cheated a little bit because she was shooting it, but hey, she knocks it down. Extends the lead. Now to 8. I'll put it back in your court. Who is Kearney going to now?
Number 11.
Now you call it, Snyder. There you go. Snyder with 8 points. Answers right back. 6-point game. Shot clock is off. 3 on the way. It's hard off the glass. And that's going to be a cheap foul on
Frustration
Tachoa.
foul is what we like to call that. You know,
Coaches
you gotta
love
be
those,
aware.
right?
Nah, players don't really love it either. You know, that puts her at 2 fouls. You know, with 18 seconds left, the shot clock was shut off. So, just having clock awareness there. You probably want to take the last shot there if you're Omaha North. And you take an early shot, and now one of your best players has 2 fouls.
Province knocks down the first. Chance to cut it to 4 here before the break for Kearney.
Libby's been at the line a lot tonight.
And that is her 4th free throw she's knocked down.
Looks like Omaha North is going to take the last shot here.
Working it inside to Tink. One more pass. Tink unable to put it back. And that will send us to halftime. We have a 4-point game at the break. 23-19. It has been a slugfest defensively. Points hard to come by. Both teams finding a little bit of offensive rhythm here in the latter half of this second quarter. We're looking forward to a good second half coming up on NCN.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop tune from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. Bank of the Valley, together we go further. And by Scotty's Ranchland Foods, Highway 20 in Valentine, Nebraska.
My name is Andrina, and his name is Asael. I am an international student from Malawi. When I got here, I was in a relationship, and we found out that I was pregnant. So I chose life, and that's a really good thing in my life, because then God also did great things. And yeah, we're making it in life together.
Pregnant and unsure where to turn? Contact Christian Family Care, cfcare.org.
Our communities are built through stories of connection, hard work, and bright futures. You're committed to this place, and so are we. By supporting your dreams and by celebrating your stories, Bank of the Valley has grown alongside you through 40 years of going further together. We're building lasting relationships and a legacy of success. We're in this together. And together, we go further.
Hi, I'm Jayla Murphy. I had a step-grandpa die like 2 weeks ago. And it was really nice to see all these community people come by and help us out through that and be able to give us food and support. And it just shows how much love God has, even through other people.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Our halftime show is brought to you by RMB Construction and by Nebraska Farm Bureau.
My name is Elizabeth Glazer. My grandma's brother had liver cancer, and he was praying that God would help him get through this hard time, and we were told that he was not going to last very long, and so instead of doing our family game night, we decided to do the rosary, and he passed away while we were saying the rosary. I was so happy that God was able to give us that time to pray for him.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena. Brandon Axe, Amit, Alexis Markowski. We're back. We're ready to go. Basketball, it's 23-19. Kearney and Omaha North, the Vikings leading. Alexis, what were your overall thoughts from that first half? We mentioned it was sort of herky-jerky, a little bit touch and go in that first quarter, but things started to get into a rhythm for both teams later on in the second.
Yeah, I think defense is a key for both teams here. And 23-19, it was. And I think offensively, both teams made it hard to have clean looks at the rim and put the ball in the bucket.
Well, let's take a look at some of those stats that we saw in the first half. Very evenly matched affair, of course. We're tied at rebounds at 21 assists, turnovers. You have a better margin for Omaha North on the turnovers. Field goals, similar. Three-pointers not falling for anybody. Hardly any shots were falling for the most part in that first quarter specifically. What sticks out to you from the stats that we're seeing?
I mean, if I were either teams, I would say we need to get to the rim. Our threes are not falling right now. Let's shy away from that. Let's go get fouled. Let's go make our free throws. Let's get easy buckets at the rim right now.
Well, let's take a look at some of those first half highlights. Halftime highlights brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where they have stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, 2 locations in Lincoln, 1 in Grand Island. So here we go again. It was lightning from the start. Three-pointer knocked down early by Anaya Hill. Then you have the long-range jumper by Addie Snyder. She had a great first quarter, Alexis. She had all 6 of Kearney's points in the first. On the flip side, tough defense was the name of the game as well. This was one of the plays of the half. Tink going behind the back, taking it all the way to the rack, getting the lay-in.
Nice footwork there.
Extremely, to your point, impressive athletic skills on display. Then you have Joe Matoyer taking it to the rack. Good effort there. And the basket from Sanaya Cotton-Welchin. Defense by Province. You were earning every point you scored, no matter who you played for in this first half.
Well, it's the semifinals. No one wants to lose. No one wants to go home. They're going to fight to punch their ticket to that next round, and both teams would be making history to advance to that final game.
That was a great heads-up play. The steal and the pass from the knees of Tachoa led to a foul and free throws coming up. And this was a knockdown, long 2 by Tink Wilson-Smith. It puts us at 23-19 here at the break. 4 points separating the two. We'll take another break ourselves. We're about 5.5 minutes out from third quarter action. Stay with us. You're watching the RMV Construction post-game show here on News Channel Nebraska.
This is Emily with Family Physical Therapy at our Fountain Point location. Family Physical Therapy offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Our therapists are highly trained and certified in a variety of techniques, offering individualized care designed specifically to meet your needs. Our patients are welcome to a friendly environment, and our therapists are driven by their patients succeeding and meeting their goals. Family Physical Therapy proudly serving various locations throughout central and northeast Nebraska. Our goal is to get you back to work, back to play, back to life.
Hi, I'm Jayla Murphy. I had a step-grandpa die like 2 weeks ago, and it was really nice to see all these community people come by and help us out through that and be able to give us food and support, and it just shows how much love God has even through other people.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from.
I'm joined by Kearney High Activities Director Ryan Hogue. Ryan, there's a sea of white behind us. No school today at Kearney High School. What's it mean to this program to get the Rowdies here in full force?
Absolutely. After the first, round, and we showed up the way we did, against Southwest, and Dr. Mundorf, he was starting to get a lot of questions like, no school Friday, so he called a snow day today, and of course in a blizzard, what do? You have a whiteout. So we did whiteout again, and in reference to, Dr. Mundorf's calling off school and the school board, it just shows the community and the support we have for our school district and this team and all of our athletics and activities. So just this community just never seems to surprise me. They just show up in big ways throughout the year and at the biggest stage, of course.
It's a couple-hour drive. Now, you're used to making that drive for all sports, but the community is here, not just the students. What does that mean to the student-athletes to see so many folks from Kearney here at the venue?
Tell you what, you had Coach Danielson mention it. You had Libby Province and Augusta Gans and all the girls that got interviewed. How much this community means to them and how much this team means to them runs deep. They've been there all year long. There's a lot of pride in Kearney for our school district. And again, the support that we get from our community is second to none. And this does not surprise me a bit. It didn't surprise me the first night, and it certainly doesn't surprise me now in the semifinals.
Well, the state of girls athletics is strong right now at Kearney because not only are the girls in the semifinals, your girls wrestling program was contending for a state title. It's tough to have that many girls athletes to go around. Participation and success levels are high.
Tell you what, absolutely. Our participation numbers are tremendous in all of our sports and all of our activities. Our kids care. They put in the work in the off season. Our coaches and our sponsors are relentless in that pursuit of success. And just, again, the girls are feeding off our community and our student section, and it's just, we're all one. I mean, I say it's the Kearney way, and, that's kind of a little bit of a philosophy and a motto for us, but it's true because our participation numbers are right there at the top of the state in Class A. Percentage-wise, it never drops off. Our kids love competing. Our kids love representing our school at home, away, at the biggest time, at the biggest level. So we can't can't thank our community enough and everything our athletes and our activity participants do throughout the year.
Ryan, thanks for the chat. Good luck to the Bearcats.
Thank you.
We'll have more coverage of the semifinals here on News Channel Nebraska.
Hi, I'm Jayla Murphy. I had a step-grandpa die like 2 weeks ago, and it was really nice to see all these community people come by and help us out through that and be able to give us food and support, and it just shows how much love God has even through other people.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
Welcome back. Brandon Axman, Alexis Markowski with you. About a minute till we get ready for this second half. We'll quickly remind you this is the RMV Construction halftime show. And at RMV Construction, they will take care of your construction needs. And they are proudly constructing more than 50 WIC buildings across the state, including this one north of Amherst. WIC buildings are post-framed, pre-engineered metal building systems made with better materials for a better building. RMV Construction will help you expand your ag operation, create your next barn dominium, or develop commercial space by constructing a WIC building with unmatched durability, energy efficiency, and design flexibility. RMV Construction, with offices in Kearney and Lincoln, trusted, local, and proven. And so we are ready for third quarter. We want to remind you should follow us on social, Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube. We ran out of time to give you a shout-out if you followed us on X at NCN Sports, but we might later on in the broadcast. So still follow us. If you're a sports fan, you'll like it. Let's now go to Michael Shively for a report from the coaches.
Both coaches say their teams did not play their best basketball in the first half. For Michaela Daly of Omaha North, she said they're not finishing. They're making silly turnovers. Credit to the Kearney High defense for that. She said simply, we're not doing this the Lady Viking way. That was her message to her team at halftime, was slow things down a bit. Avoid full court passes, which they do right to start this half. For Coach Danielson for Kearney, he said, we're playing good D. We just need to hit 2 more shots and we're into this. It's an emphasis to get to the free throw line here in the second half.
Thank you, Michael. And, continuing to point out what you know about the game, you were right on top of what the coaches talked about in the locker room to their teams, and I think now the big challenge is obviously doing what the coaches said and implementing that.
Yeah, I think Omaha North just really needs to slow down right now. They aren't playing the way that they usually play. They're playing fast. They have silly turnovers, and I think some senior needs to step up and help them calm down. And I think Kearney, their defense has really, really been hard for Omaha North to do what they want to do offensively. On the other end, I think both teams need to try to get to the free throw line. I think they need to take it to the rim, stay aggressive. Shots aren't falling right now, and shooting isn't the strength of both these teams. So stay aggressive, get fouled, get players in foul trouble. And there, Amaya Joe takes it to the rim, finishes. Her coach really, really emphasized that this quarter, this half to finish, she's going to start making those layups.
9 points for Joe. 5-point lead for North. As we're just over 1 minute into this third quarter. Kept
Good
in
offensive
play.
Rebound.
And
the
good
finish.
That was all effort. Hill with the second chance opportunity, making Kearney pay. Deep three on the way, off the glass for Garner. Her first basket of the day. And the Bearcats really need her to get going.
They do, and, a three's a three, even if you bank it. So it all shows up the same on a stat sheet. So, if they get her going, good things will happen for them.
And a whistle back on the other end.
Yeah, Omaha North needs to have their key players stay out of foul trouble. And, you know, Kearney's head coach told them that they need to get to the rim, get to the free throw line. They're going to stay aggressive. So Omaha North needs to be aware of that, and they need to stay out of foul trouble.
Her first free throw goes down for Gann. She hits them both. That puts her at 5 points tonight. 2-point game.
Omaha North is looking to slow things down, run a play.
And there's Matoyer coming right back at the Bearcats.
Yeah, she didn't really play like herself in that first half, so you knew at halftime she was going to come ready to go, ready to punch that ticket to that championship game for her team.
Open jumper short from Glant.
Nice pass.
It's a basket inside for Tachoa. She now has 6. Vikings up 6. Then Tachoa with the block on the other end. Vikings 3-on-1. Province unable to play defense. Tachoa with back-to-back buckets, and Omaha North goes on a run here early on in the third.
Yeah, right now Omaha North has all the momentum. They are hype. They are excited. Kearney was forced to take a timeout there.
33-25. We'll be back shortly here on NCN.
Ann has been a long-time UBT customer. One day, she was being scammed. We secured her funds and got her set up with new accounts. I just think, if my grandma was in that situation, what would I want someone to do for her?
I hope he doesn't mind that I give him a hug, too.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Auto Central in Kearney. From cost-effective daily drivers to luxury cars that match your style, Auto Central is sure to have the ride you're looking for. Ignite the fire and find peace. And by Union Bank and Trust. Your money has people.
So Omaha North on a 6-0 run over the past 38 seconds. Tachoa with 2 back-to-back buckets. And that's the type of Viking basketball that Coach Daly was hoping to see coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, Tachoa is a very talented basketball player, and she's actually committed to play basketball at Jackson State University. So I'm excited to see her finish her career at Omaha North, and she's going to do great things at Jackson State.
So now Kearney, can they counter-punch with something of their own offensively?
Good ball movement there.
I would guess so. There's the answer.
Huge three. They needed that. First 3 for Kearney in this whole game.
Back to Tachoa, who goes to work. And that's going to be a reach called on Province.
Province did not agree with that call.
Another look here, you at home decide. Brought to you by the Lincoln Airport Authority.
Maybe got her hand a little bit there.
And a quick inbound, and we have a foul on the Bearcats again. Shooting foul for Tachoa. Tachoa with 8 points thus far, now 9. Look at Snyder, who's leading the way for the Bearcats with 11.
Yeah, Omaha North's core 3 with Tachoa, Mature, and Tink are all their leading scorers as well with 9, 11, and 7.
Great work by Tachoa to get her own rebound off the miss. Scramble for it here, and the Bearcats come away with it. Garner pushing it to be a 3-on-2.
Spin in and out there.
Now inside, and Tink is called for the foul. North fans wanting a block. That was another close call we'll see here.
I'm not sure about that call, but sometimes when your wrists come down like that, the refs will call it, so.
Kearney shooting just a little bit above 50% from the free throw line. Gantz does hit the second.
Yeah, free throws are going to be important, especially in a 5-point game like this. You got to make your free throws when you're on this stage if you want to win.
Wide open three. And there's a foul blocking out. I believe it's going to go against Glant, who got tangled up with.
And I believe that's her fourth. That does not look good for Kearney.
It is. You're all over it. Glant's fourth. She has 3 points so far tonight, but has to go to the bench.
Yeah, she's been guarding Tink, and she's done a pretty good job overall. But guarding her, she's gotten a few too many fouls.
Oh, and so they bring in Ellie Larson, who's a tall, lanky freshman, and actually ends up getting the block on Tink there. Under 4 to go here in the third quarter. 34-29 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Strong take by Gantz.
Coach Danielson really wanted a foul call there.
And there, Tink loses it out of play. This game of ebbs and flows. You're out of control. We get in control. Now we're kind of getting a little out of control again, both sides. It would seem offensively out of their rhythm.
You think they would be a little more subtle than at this point in the game with 3 minutes left in the third quarter, but this atmosphere, the championship game on the line, you know, things happen.
Worked inside for Larson. She loses it. Up to Matoyer. Count the basket.
She is hyped. She's had a really, really good third quarter here for Omaha North. Here she goes. And the finish, and one. Look how happy she is.
Great balance and focus and determination to make that layup. 13 points, now 14 for the sophomore. And another steal by the Vikings. To Choa. Follow-up. And that goes. Sinai, Cotton, Welchin, and it's a 10-point game. Kearney takes a timeout.
And that's why you always follow someone on a fast break for that putback.
Vikings taking control here in the third, going on a run. The Bearcats needing to regroup. We'll be back. High school hoops on NCN.
My name's Elizabeth Glazer. My grandma's brother had liver cancer, and he was praying that God would help him get through this hard time, and we were told that he was not going to last very long, and so instead of doing our family game night, we decided to do the rosary, and he passed away while we were saying the rosary. I was so happy that God was able to give us that time to pray for him.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
Welcome back. Brandon Axelman, Alexis Markowski here at Pinnacle Bank Arena alongside Michael Shively. 39-29 your score. Omaha North going on a run here. And Alexis, how are they able to do it?
Just a few fast break layups. They're finishing better at the rim. Also, their defense has really affected Kearney. And now Kearney is going to go to the line and hopefully make 2 free throws.
And Province will be the one to shoot.
Also, Tink Wilson-Smith has 16 rebounds right now. She's been a monster on the board this whole season, but she stepped up really huge in this area for Omaha North.
Yeah, she averages 10, so well above that currently. And, of course, you were all over recognizing the rebounding stats. That is something that was your MO. What makes a good rebounder? What turns a player to someone who can consistently churn out double-doubles?
You're physical. You have no fear. I think timing is really important, too, and Tink's a smart player, and, you know, she's physical. She's all of those things, and I do think it's also just a mental thing. Like, you have to have that drive to want to go rebound on every single possession, and she has that motor.
You have another foul against North, which sends Garner to the line. And so that was Alea Randall called for the foul, who goes to the bench for the Vikings for the time being. As Garner hits the second, that puts her at 5 points here in the third.
Yeah, North did a really good job on Garner early, and she had 0 points going into halftime, and she's been able to find a few buckets here and there in this third to get her on that board.
Another offensive board by the Vikings. Sierra Thomas and Tink battling for it. She goes down. And it's Kearney basketball.
Good
Both
hustle.
these teams, yep, laying it all on the line. Another look at it here, brought to you by the Lincoln Airport Authority.
Yeah, rebounding is really important when it comes to basketball, and a stat when I played at Nebraska that we paid the closest attention to is rebounding, and most of the time the team that has more rebounds at the end of the game wins. And I think most people don't realize how important rebounding is, but it can determine if you win or lose a game.
Excellent defense here by Cotton Welchin. She forces the jump and gets Omaha North the ball back.
Also, after Kearney's last timeout, they have one timeout left in the third quarter with 2 minutes left, which most coaches don't burn their timeouts that early.
Well, you see Matoyer stepping on the line there. But due to the fact that, to your point, Kearney, with that one timeout, it may seem silly, but how does that impact how the Bearcats need to play and what Danielson does as a coach the rest of the way?
Yeah, you know, that's probably his coaching style. So the girls are used to that. He has them prepared, you know. He took timeouts to hopefully stop Omaha North's momentum runs, and I feel like they have.
It's going to be a foul on Sierra Thomas. Lead cut to 7. Kearney looking for its first field goal in the last 3.5 minutes. But it was a 10-point game. Now cut to 7. Freshman Larson at the line. He's having to play while Gans is on the bench. Or excuse me, Gallant is on the bench for Kearney with foul trouble.
There's a Gans.
Yes. Gans currently in. Gans with 6 points. Larson unable to hit either, but an offensive board by Snyder. It'll stay with the Bearcats.
Hustle by Snyder there. Just a smart play by number 11 for the Bearcats.
Larson battling for it. She's pickpocketed. And Welchin, and she loses it out of play. It's going back to Kearney.
It's still there. Just need to slow down a little bit.
Nearing the minute mark here in the third quarter. Garner got a little too far into the basket. Here comes Foster. And Pink too far into the basket.
Gets her own rebound, and the putback's good.
9 points for Tink. Back to a 9-point game for Omaha North. Garner from downtown.
She hasn't been that open all day.
There'll be a foul on Gans. It's now 4 minutes plus since Kearney last made a field goal.
And that's their 5th team foul, so Omaha North will be shooting some free throws here. It looks like Coach Danielson might have got a warning here.
You may be right. And Cotton Welchin hits the first. Puts her on the score sheet. 32 seconds and change remaining in the third quarter. It was a 4-point game at halftime. North has been able to add to it here. The second falls.
It looks like Amaya Joe may be limping off the court.
That is something to keep an eye on. As Coach Daly checks her out quickly, but she is walking gingerly.
Yeah, she looks like she's in pain right now.
Three on the other end doesn't fall. Larson with the offensive board and the putback for the
Huge
freshman.
Rebound for that freshman.
Under 10 to go. North going to hold for the final shot. There's 2 seconds. And North unable to get the shot off there, just unaware of the time situation, and that sends us to the fourth. 9-point game. Omaha North making some waves in the third, extending the lead by 5. 43-34, Class A semis here on News Channel Nebraska. We'll be back.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Landmark Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs. All backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, lawn and garden tractor, or gator, every piece of equipment in our inventory is ready to work hard for your operation. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything that is sold meets their quality standards. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or learn more at landmarkimp.com to experience the Landmark difference.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter, here we go. Pinnacle Bank Arena, a trip to the state championship game on the line. Cotton Welchin making some big-time plays down the stretch in the third. Hit a couple of free throws. Has 6 points. And the Vikings up by 9. Something to keep an eye on. Joe Matoyer was limping off the court towards the end of the third quarter. And we're going to hear more about that from Michael Shively shortly to give us the latest update. But that is certainly something that will impact North in this game and potentially the finals should they advance.
Yeah, I hope she's okay. Omaha North really needs her to be healthy. to finish out this game. And if they win this, that championship game, you know, you don't want to see one of the stars go out in this time of the year.
So with that, let's go to Michael Shively for the latest.
Joe Matoyer being looked at behind the Omaha North bench right now. Her right knee was the subject of the attention from the training staff. They were massaging it initially, then put some cream on it. She's in a pretty good amount of pain. On top of that, she had to have her right elbow bandaged because of a cut. Joe is now limping back to the bench. We'll see if she comes back into the game, guys.
Thank you, Michael, and let's see. So Joe's now sitting at the bench and talking currently to Daly. It looks like she will be re-entering, coming to the scores table, which is always good to see.
Yeah, and she's back in now, so.
Bandage on arm, as Michael pointed out, and we'll see how that knee holds up.
At this point in the year, you want to fight through whatever injury, whatever pain you're going through, because this is what you work so hard for, is moments like this. To be in the semifinals, making history at Omaha North, and to hopefully get to that championship game.
The Province goes down, travels, giving the ball back to the Vikings.
Yeah, being in this situation is new for the Vikings. The last time they won a state game was in 2002.
A little while ago.
And the last time they were in the championship game and were champions was 1999 and 2000.
Great take by Tink. Continuing with the historical context, to mention this was the first time ever this year that the Vikings won the Metro Conference tournament, as Kearney is able to get a basket and answer back. It's Gantz. Or was it Province, rather, who made the bucket?
I believe it was Province.
Thank you. So that puts Province near double digits with 9. And another foul by the Vikings. And another look courtesy of the Lincoln Airport Authority on this instant replay. Fly easy, fly local, fly LNK.
There's still a lot of time left in this game.
Province gets to the rack again. A couple of quick buckets for her.
Finish by Province there. She has a really, really nice handle.
And Coach Daly says, let's nip this in the bud now and take a timeout. Regroup. Kearney has cut it to 7. Just under 6 to play here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Class A semifinals. You're watching girls state basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
My name's Elizabeth Glazer. My grandma's brother had liver cancer, and he was praying that God would help him get through this hard time, and we were told that he was not going to last very long, and so instead of doing our family game night, we decided to do the rosary, and he passed away while we were saying the rosary. I was so happy that God was able to give us that time to pray for him.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
Brandon Axmit, Alexis Markowski, Michael Shively with you for the second Class A semifinal. A reminder, even after this game, we're going to take a short break, but we have 2 more state semifinals coming your way. Class B will round things out tonight. But before we get there, we're going to determine who gets to take on Lincoln North Star in the Class A championship. North had it to double digits. Kearney's cut it back now to 7. We're under 6 to go. Matoyer's first shot since coming back from her minor injury. She's 1 for 1 since that point.
And a bank. Like I said, it all shows up the same on a stat sheet, so. Nice finish by Garner.
Garner going right at her. Answers back.
it's looking like Omaha North trying to slow things down, run some time off the clock here, get a good bucket. Kearney has no fouls right now.
And now you have Snyder going up the floor, finding Garner, the freshman, with 2 buckets in quick succession.
That turned quickly. It was a 9-point game, now it's a 5-point game.
Kearney fans on their feet here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Adults and student section alike trying to will the Bearcats to continue cutting into this lead. They get another stop defensively. And an offensive foul is called on Gallant. Is that going to be her 5th?
I believe that's her 5th.
A moving screen is the call. Gallant is done.
Yeah, she's had a great game. That is not what Kearney wanted.
That is a tough break for the senior, who is hoping this won't be the last game she gets to play in.
Yeah, she's had the tall task of guarding Tink, and she's done a pretty good job other than getting fouls.
Toyer, heavy off the glass again, and that'll be a foul on Randall.
That's Omaha North's 4th foul. So the next foul, Kearney goes to the line. And Omaha North needs to be aware of this because they do not want Kearney getting 3 points due to a foul. Especially their last 2 are so far away from the basket. You just got to stay disciplined.
Something else to be aware of for Kearney. Gantz has 4 fouls, as well as there is a turnover by the Bearcats. Mentioned Gans with 4 fouls for Kearney. Then you have Randall with 4 for Omaha North. Also for North Cotton Welch, and Tachoa with 3.
Minutes left, 5-point game. Both teams could make history here.
Again, the Kearney fans getting loud. North working it inside, strong take. And that'll be a foul against the Bearcats, either Province or Garner. They give it to Province.
Omaha North just doesn't take their time and finish. They're getting good looks at the rim. They just haven't been able to put the ball in the bucket.
Huge 3 on the inbound. Kazi Foster.
Huge 3 for Omaha North there. That's only the 4th made 3 of this whole entire ball game. Omaha North really needed that shot to go down to extend their lead to 8.
So that is a huge basket. As you mentioned, 8-point game. Timeout, Kearney. Don't go anywhere. Class A semifinals here on NCN.
My name is Andrina, and his name is Asaya. I am an international student from Malawi. When I got here, I was in a relationship, and we found out that I was pregnant. So I chose life. And that's a really good thing in my life, because then God also did great things. And yeah, we're making it in life together.
Pregnant and unsure where to turn? Contact Christian Family Care, cfcare.org.
Welcome back. Brandon Axamit and Alexis Markowski with you here on News Channel Nebraska. This 4th quarter, it's brought to you by National Land Realty. Find land for sale at nationalland.com. How big could that 3 be? There haven't been many in this game. That was the second for Omaha North. Hill hit one for the Vikings in the first quarter, and this was the second hit by Foster here in the fourth to get this back to an 8-point game.
Yeah, and one of them was a bank, I believe. I think something to pay attention to is Kearney and Omaha North have both made 12 free throws, but Kearney has shot 6 more free throws than Omaha North. So it's going to come down to just making shots, finishing at the rim, and making your free throws.
Garner's three unable to fall. Viking basketball.
Good hustle by Larson on that play. That freshman has been relentless all night long.
It's Hill checking in for Foster, the one who just hit the huge three. Still plenty of time left, 3:30 and change. 50-42 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Our coverage is presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com.
Nice
Kachoa
footwork.
is fouled by Larson.
You do not want her to catch the ball on the high post. Her footwork is very good, and she's looking to attack and get to that rim. She had a nice jab set there, which made the defense jump up and gave her an avenue to get to the lane and get fouled.
A little long on the first. Kachoa rather with 9 points so far. To go along with 3 rebounds and an assist. Can't get either, but Tink with the board. Putback doesn't go. Another offensive rebound. And this time it falls for Hill.
Nice finish by Hill there.
What a sequence for the Vikings.
Nice pass by Providence.
And she finds Larson.
3 minutes left, and Kearney has 0 timeouts left.
And they have to play through it. Omaha North with 3. Kachoa attacking again. Tink caught the rebound. I don't know how that didn't fall.
Just can't finish right now.
And travel is the call. Coach Danielson can't believe it.
Her 2 feet moved before she put the ball down, and that is the right call. It's a hard call to make, and people do miss it often because it's such a little detail you have to notice, but the refs made the right call on that possession.
2.5 to go.
Yeah, Omaha North needs to just have a great possession here, execute a play, nothing quick.
Toyer's shot.
Time
off.
is in your favor if you're Omaha North.
And because of the offensive rebound, they get a new shot clock. Omaha North coaching staff saying, pull it back out. We got plenty of time that we can milk off the clock here. And Kachoa grabs the loose ball. Partially blocked, thrown back up, and it's Matoyer with 2 more.
Omaha North has just been relentless on the offensive glass, and Kearney needs to do a better job of boxing out and having them be one and done.
And then a great deflection by Randall. 18 points for Matoyer. Stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll talk to our Nebraska Orthopedic Center player of the game at Nebraska Orthopedic Center. They're your healing destination. It's a 10-point game as that foul will be committed by Garner.
That is 4 team fouls for Kearney. So the next foul will put Omaha North at the free throw line. And it looks like Kearney's not going to try to foul here. They're going to try to get a steal, try to get a stop. They're running and jumping, trying to trap, try to make life difficult for the Omaha North guards.
And Province is called for the foul.
That was the 15th foul, and also she was shooting, so she will have 2 free throws at the line. Omaha North has shot really, really well from the line. They're 14 for 17, so they've only missed 3 free throws. That's 19 points for Mature. Let's see if she can get her 20th on this free throw.
Another offensive board, though, for the Vikings. And Gardner rips it away. Need this 3. And here comes Omaha North looking to put this one away. There's 2 more. Hill with the lay-in. Good finish by Hill there. We're seconds away from our post-game show brought to you by Custom Sports. As Matoyer is fouled. From screen printed t-shirts to sublimated jerseys, they have what your team needs to look great. Check them out at customsportsco.com. The Vikings, 33 seconds from returning to the state final as a program for the first time since 2000.
She sinks that, puts her at 20 points in the semifinal match.
What a performance by the sophomore.
Also, Tink Wilson-Smith has a double-double of 11 points and 20 rebounds. 20 rebounds. That's huge. She was a monster on the boards in the final game.
Doubled her normal rebound per game average of 10. And you need to do it when the lights are the brightest. And she certainly did. As Omaha North now up by 15. Here with just seconds remaining.
They're starting to feel it.
Three's nailed by McKenna Hazard, the sophomore who just got subbed in. Unfortunately for the Bearcats, it won't do enough to change the outcome of this game. As that's deflected out of play. Final seconds.
How awesome.
There it is, history for Omaha North. Their first trip to state in 20 plus years, and it's still going. It'll be their first trip to the state final in 26. They will take on Lincoln North Star as the Gators will try to win their programs first. It'll be a great Class A final tomorrow at 1 p.m. Your final, 59-47. Omaha North gets the win. Don't go anywhere. Post-game show, player of the game interviews, and top plays are all coming up next on News Channel Nebraska. So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
My name is Ava Stewart, and I'm from Newcastle, Nebraska. My faith is significant for me in my everyday life. And a lot of that is because my parents have raised me in my faith very well. Whether I'm giving a speech, I take a deep breath, say a prayer right before I go out, or if it's the set point in a volleyball game. It's every unique moment that I have to remind myself that God is there and that the Holy Spirit is with me.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The AGI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Price, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Ruki. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information.
My name's Elizabeth Glazer. My grandma's brother had liver cancer, and he was praying that God would help him get through this hard time, and we were told that he was not going to last very long, and so instead of doing our family game night, we decided to do the rosary, and he passed away while we were saying the rosary. I was so happy that God was able to give us that time to pray for him.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
My name is Andrina, and his name is Asaya. I am an international student from Malawi. When I got here, I was in a relationship, and we found out that I was pregnant. So I chose life. And that's a really good thing in my life, because then God also did great things. And yeah, we're making it in life together.
Pregnant and unsure where to turn? Contact Christian Family Care, cfcare.org.
Coach Daly, an intense game, an emotional win. What's this moment like for you as your North squad's going to the state title game?
Oh, this moment means everything to me. These girls listened, they made adjustments, they stuck to the plan. You know, we went in at halftime. I talked about a couple things we need to work on, and they came out and did that. Kearney's a tough team, you know. They fought to the end, but we showed what we can do. Our defense creates our offense, and that's what we had to start with, right? So I'm very happy for this moment for them. We are out here making history, and, you know, the emotions are there, but it was a really good game, you know. So credit to them for what they came out and did.
Well, you coached 4 of these girls since they were in 6th grade. Now you've seen them grow through your program and get to this moment where you're going to a state championship.
Yes.
How has it been for you to see them have that transformation?
It's really good. It's really good. I'm sorry I'm getting emotional here, but this is what I'm talking about. Like, these girls, they believed in me. They came in with a team, and we didn't have a winning record at all. And they stuck with me freshman year, and I said, the vision is there. We're going to continue to work. We're going to continue to bring people in. And when it's time, it's going to click. And so my thing is, they weathered the storm, and now they got this product. And so my thing, I'm just so proud of them. I'm so proud with the girls who came in to help us be able to get to this moment. They're selfless players. They understand our goal. And I can't wait till tomorrow until we get in here and take on the next step, right? Right? It's great.
Coach, I don't know if you could tell from the bench, but your crowd is loud. They are into it. What's it mean to have this community and student body support?
Oh, gosh. It's unbelievable. My community is showing up and showing out. Across the way, from Post to being committed, my school, getting all these kids here, the donors who supported getting these kids here, the North High community is standing up for us loud and proud, okay? So we was able to match that energy that Kearney brings, right? And so it's everything. It makes our girls play better. It makes us play better.
Well, congratulations, Coach. Enjoy it. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now let's bring in our player of the game, Tanaya Wilson-Smith. Tanaya, yeah, you scored tonight, but you were a beast on the boards, nearly 20 rebounds. What does it take to get inside, grab that basketball, and control it for your team?
I mean, it takes a lot, you know. I know my role in the team is being an all-around player, but I also got to crash on the boards, and my teammates help me do that by boxing out and stuff, you know.
You're new to Omaha North this year, so are a lot of your teammates. How have you become a part of this school, a part of this program?
Bonding outside of basketball. You know, we have fun outside of basketball, and we also have fun on the court. We be It starts in practice, though. We played tough practices, and we played tough teams this season down the stretch that helped us get to where we are going to be tomorrow.
Yeah, Lincoln North Star, you beat them once. What's it going to take to do it again?
It's going to take a lot. It's hard to beat a team twice, but we built for it. We worked hard to get to this moment, and we about to show what we could do.
Tonight, congratulations on this win.
Thank you.
Omaha North, they're going to the state championship for the first time this century.
Hi, I'm Jayla Murphy. I had a step-grandpa die like 2 weeks ago, and it was really nice to see all these community people come by and help us out through that and be able to give us food and support, and it just shows how much love God has even through other people.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
It's the Declaration of Deal sales event. Head to William Crowder Company in O'Neill, your trusted Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership with the selection you want and the service you deserve. From powerful new Ram trucks to adventurous Jeeps and family-ready SUVs. William Crowder Company is also your local marine center featuring Lund boats built for fishing, fun, and making memories on the water. With several options for the serious fisherman or woman. William Crowder Company in O'Neill. Drive it, tow it, boat it, and love it.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
So I think like many people, I just had some life events that happened. Just really felt lost, quite honestly, completely broken. And next thing I know, with how depression can settle in, I was contemplating suicide. I told God that I was sorry, that I just can't bear this anymore. Thankfully, my dog came up and started looking me in the face. And that was that spark that I needed to kind of talk myself off the ledge. So thankful that I took that split second to say something to God.
Welcome back. Putting a bow on the Class A semifinals here, session number 2 at Pinnacle Bank Arena on semifinal Friday. Omaha North and Kearney going at it, and Alexis, Omaha North going to the championship. Thoughts on what we heard from those post-game interviews?
Just really touching. You can tell how much Omaha North's coach cares about these girls, cares about this program, cares about the community at Omaha North, and you can tell by her emotions. And I'm really happy for Omaha North. They get to make history back in the championship game where they haven't been in about 30 years.
Well, let's see how they did it. Let's take a look at our top plays from this game. Kearney, the 2 seed. Omaha North, the 3 seed. Kearney hasn't been to state since 2017, hadn't won a game at state since 2008. Omaha North hadn't been to state since 2002. They're trying to get to their first state title since 2000. The championship game. We're in the first quarter now. Working it inside, then kicking it out. 3 on the way, and Ayana Hill knocks it down. Now, baskets were hard to come by early on. Tough defense, but here's a long 2 hit by Addie Snyder for the Bearcats as well. We were kind of going back and forth, Alexis, in the first, and unbelievable skill here shown by Tink Wilson-Smith. Reminding you of your glory days?
A little bit. I miss playing. But it's fun to commentate. What a finish by the senior for the Bearcats.
It was 9-6 after 1. We go to the second. That was Sophie Glant. You reference with the basket for Kearney. Going back inside on the other end, Justine Tachoa, who had a great game, gets the basket there. 3-point affair early on. Now we're running the court up to the sophomore, Matoyer, who goes down hard with the foul. It was just a testament to the type of game we were seeing throughout that first half. But Omaha North takes a 23-19 lead into halftime. Coming out in the third, the freshman Hallie Garner knocks down the triple. As you pointed out, doesn't matter how they go in, they all count the same. Garner finished with 9. There's Techoa in transition. That's when North went on a 6-0 run, a couple of back-to-back buckets by Techoa. And the Vikings separate themselves. Metoyer, this got the crowd excited. Going up, drawing the foul. She finished with a team high and a game high 21 points. So it was 43-34, 9-point lead for North after 3. Bearcats trying to make a comeback. Libby Province, good take there. Province had 11. And then you had a couple of buckets back-to-back by the freshman Garner as a part of her 9-point performance to cut it to 5. Well, did Kearney have enough to make a run? This ultimately was what kept the run at bay.
Huge 3 for North.
That was Foster who hit that 3, and that kept the Bearcats at bay. You have another basket in transition for Hill, and that would be all she wrote. You have the waving goodbye for Omaha North and Metoyer. The sophomore had a huge game. The coaching staff's pumped. The fans are excited, and they're excited because Omaha North is heading back to the state championship game for the first time in 26 years, and they have a chance to win their second ever state title, their first and only other coming in 1998. Man, it's been fun. We'll take a look at our bracket quickly before we sign off. Again, the first game of Class A, it showed Lincoln North Star, which they have a fun history and story, and it's fun because there's not much history there, and they are making history currently, but they have now advanced to their first ever state final game with that victory over Millard West, knocking off the 2-time defending state champs, and they are hoping that they will win the program's first state title. So that is how Class A shakes out. Class A's bracket and championship game tomorrow will be played at 1 o'clock, which will be exciting. There's a look at it officially. 1 versus 3. 2 teams with not a lot of recent history or history at all making it to the finals.
There had to be at least one upset in the Class A bracket.
There did. And Omaha North, the one to technically do it, taking down the 2-seed Kearney. Congrats to the Bearcats on a great season as well. Also Millard West for the run that they've had over the past several years. And like we said in that broadcast, we'll probably see them both again next season down the line. We have upcoming games as well. For you basketball fans, this is not the end of our broadcast here today. What do we have coming up next? Class B, Gretna East Norris, 5:50, and then we have Lincoln Pius Bennington. Alexis, who's winning the Pius game?
Hopefully the Thunderbolts.
Hopefully
I do show bias for my Thunderbolts, and my sister is a senior, and it's probably my dad's last year at Pius, so I'd love to see those Thunderbolts end their season with a state title.
I think if ever an announcer could get a pass, it would be in a situation like you just described.
That's why I said I could not announce B. I know some people on Twitter wanted me to announce for Class B, and I said no, not going to get involved with that. I'd rather be a fan. This is kind of my first year that I've been able to be at the state tournament because I'm usually at the Big Ten tournament, so I just really wanted to support my family as a fan.
Well, that is awesome for you and your family's sake. We've had a lot of fun here at News Channel Nebraska having you join the booth on Wednesday and also today. And who knows, maybe we'll be doing it again next year, too.
Yeah, let's do it. I've had
fun.
Such a fun time. Thank you, NCN, for this opportunity. It's been a blast. I love basketball. I love high school girls basketball. The game is growing, and it's just such a fun time to have this opportunity, and basketball is just growing.
That is Husker great, Pius great, Alexis Markowski signing off for us here as we wrap up the Class A semifinal session here on Friday at Pinnacle Bank Arena. History being made. Lincoln North Star is going to its first ever state championship. Omaha North is looking for its second ever and its first time in the final in over 20 years. But don't worry, a lot of excitement here this afternoon. More is coming up tonight with Class B. We will wrap up semifinal Friday with 2 more games. Don't go anywhere. More coming up on News Channel Nebraska.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.